SketchUp makes heavy use of floating dialog boxes to get the job done. They're all located on the Window menu. I'll start opening them up. Entity Info, Soften Edges, Layers, Outliner, and so on. After a while, things get really cluttered, and it's hard to get any work done. You might be tempted just to close them and reopen them when you need them, but after a while that gets fairly tedious. Of course, it's always helpful to have a more powerful graphics card so you have an increased resolution and you can see more, or to have a secondary monitor where you can place all these windows. But you might not need to spend any money if you learn this tip about how you can stack these windows and control them by collapsing them together. So I'll take the Entity Info window and I'll place Soften and Smooth Edges underneath it. When I get close, it will pop into position. Then I'll place Layers underneath, and then I'll drag the outliner up there and dock it. Now I can move all of the windows together. I can also resize them together. You can collapse individual windows by clicking on their title bars. And when they're all collapsed, they get even a little bit smaller. I'll just put them over here. Now I'm tempted to leave that open. It's really not in the way. And if I want to get to one of the windows, I can very easily by clicking on its title bar. I recommend that you place the windows in this particular order for reasons that will become apparent later. Let's add to that list Components, Styles, drag it in there. There's Components, and there's Styles. Now it's not going to fit unless I start to collapse some of these. I need to have at least one of them open. Make this smaller. Drag that in. Okay. Let's get Shadows. There's two more. We'll get Fog. And the last one is Scenes. Okay, let's collapse them all. Let's work like that. There are a few other choices up here, but they don't really belong in the stack. Model Info is its own dialog box. Show Fonts is specific to the Mac platform. It doesn't exist in Windows, because this is an operating system thing. Match Photo is its own can of worms. You've already seen the instructor. That's also a toggle right here. The Ruby console is used for programming. And on the Mac platform, you can open multiple documents at once, so you can see a listing of all of the windows that are open. You don't see that on the PC.